What's up, boys? This is the Beer League Beauties podcast. We got Liam Martin here. He went to Berwick, and then he did a PG year at Northfield Mount Herman. He's an absolute stud. He's a beauty, and he's a diesel fucking A1 grass-fed beauty steak.
Thank you.
He knows how to fucking sell you, I'll tell you that. So, Marty, let's get into it here. Forgot, this episode is sponsored by Gladiator Energy. Marty, have you had one?
I have not, but looking to try one. Heard it's pretty good.
Yeah, we'll get you on there.
Yeah, but actually.
All right. Give a little review here.
Yeah, give it a taste here. Oh yeah, black cherry. Got some zing to it for sure. Pretty good. Give it a 8.5 probably.
Yeah.
8.5. Not a big black cherry guy, but
8.5er.
she can
But
zing
boys, like, look at this fucking view right now. But, yeah. She's dialed in. Yeah, fuck. But anyway, back to the pod. So, Marty, where'd you go to school?
Yeah, so I started freshman year at Berwick Academy. 40 minutes from my house. Was a day student there. It was a good time. You know, started off playing hockey, obviously. I started off at JV. I was unrecruited, coming in as a freshman. And yeah, I just, trying to work my way up, and eventually got called up. Sophomore year, played on a team, was a fourth liner, grinding it out, just like everyone else. It was a good time, met a lot of good guys there. Yeah.
Nice. And so, was it your freshman year that you played with some big studs like Tyler Gall?
Yeah, that was sophomore year. So those guys were really good to me, actually. They taught me a lot. So they were good leaders.
Nice. And what was it like being in the locker room with, a Division I guy,
Yeah, for sure.
What was he like?
Yeah, he was a good guy. He was very vocal. Those guys were always there. Like, shout out. I like Michael B a lot. He would drive me and my buddy Brock to the rink every day after school, because obviously we'd never have a license. So he helped out a lot. Fucking beauty.
Unreal. So after that, when the boys passed, I think Brock left, right?
Yeah.
Brock and Carson.
After COVID year, yeah, a lot of guys left. So yeah, going into my senior year, yeah, most guys left, actually. We had four or five guys who were supposed to return who left. And so we had kind of a thin squad my senior year. We made the most of it. It was a fun year. Taught me a lot, though. Like, we had a lot of adversity in the locker room. We won 2 games probably that year. And it was all right. But, you learn. We had a young team. Try to be a mentor to those guys in the locker room, that sort of thing.
Mm-hmm. That's awesome, man, that you got to see.
Yeah.
Fucking see, baby.
Oh, yeah. Heavy
cheddar. Yeah, so after that, did you want to play junior hockey, or, like, what did you decide to do after Berwick Academy?
Yeah, so my buddy left. One of my best buddies left and went to the school Northfield Mount Herman out in Gill, Mass. Gill, Vegas, good fucking town. Not much out there, but yeah. So I talked to the coach there, good guy. My buddy talked very highly of it, so I just thought I'd do a PG year, another year of growth, academically, athletically, that sort of thing. So yep. I'm happy I did that in the long run. I was looking to play juniors afterwards, but going to school, going to UNH, try to play club there, that sort of thing.
Yeah, dude. I mean, you're going to have some fun up at UNH. So, it's like your hockey team, those are the boys. Like, those are the guys that you're going to meet, and you're going to be lifelong friends with them. Coming from some advice from me, the college boys are unreal.
Oh, yeah.
The prep school guys are great, but the college guys are another step. Like, those are your boys, those are your brothers.
Yeah.
And it's cool because it's basically like your frat, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you're not going to have to go into a frat.
That's what I've heard.
Your hockey team. And you guys play teams like Florida Gulf Coast, right?
Yeah.
Who do you play in the Acha?
I'm not too sure. Obviously got to go try to make the team first, but yeah.
Nice. And so can you tell us about one story of do you have like a nice teammate that's like one of your beauties, and do you have a story about him or whatever?
Yeah, I got a couple stories. One of my good buddies at school, Maverick Chadell, going to play lacrosse at UMass Lowell. Good guy. Before games, me and him. So our rink outdoor, we had sheet metal as walls, and they had little holes in them. That was a new renovation actually this year. And so before games, it would just get really cold in there. It was like an ice box. We'd go out on the other team's bench and take Gatorade bottles and just soak the benches, and they'd freeze over in an instant. And yeah, so the other team, they'd get out on the bench, they'd be freezing cold, coming out of the locker room, and yeah, they'd be slipping all over the place.
They're just scraping up the
before we played Cushing, they were coming in our barn. They were undefeated at the time, and we soaked the bench pretty good that game. And we look out as before warm-ups, and their coaches are just scraping off the bench with twigs. They're trying to make it so they don't slip around, but we ended up tying them 3-3. Good game. We came back from 2 goals, I think it was, and yeah, that was a good game for us for sure.
Yeah. So those Cushing guys are filthy, dude.
Yeah.
Like when I played Cushing Academy, that was some of the best hockey I've ever played.
For sure.
You guys got committed guys they're going D1 and shit. And so how was that playing against those guys? Did you feel like you were in the mix or what?
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, our team, we were old. We had 15 seniors, like 9 and cold, coming out of the locker room, and yeah, they'd be slipping all over the place.
They're just scraping up the
before we played Cushing, they were coming in our barn. They were undefeated at the time, and we soaked the bench pretty good that game. And we look out as before warm-ups, and their coaches are just scraping off the bench with twigs. They're trying to make it so they don't slip around, but we ended up tying them 3-3. Good game. We came back from 2 goals, I think it was, and yeah, that was a good game for us for sure.
Yeah. So those Cushing guys are filthy, dude.
Yeah.
Like when I played Cushing Academy, that was some of the best hockey I've ever played.
For sure.
You guys got committed guys they're going D1 and shit. And so how was that playing against those guys? Did you feel like you were in the mix or what?
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, our team, we were old. We had 15 seniors, like 9 post-grads, including me, somewhere around there. And, you know, we thought we could play with anyone. We just went, especially at home, like we just knew like every game like was going to be a battle, and we'd have a chance because we're an older group. We had probably 3 or 4 underclassmen, so that's about it.
And so how's it on the bench with the boys? How are the prep school boys? Are they rowdy, or are you guys like composed?
Yeah, I mean, during the game it was all business. Our coach didn't really like us to chirp, but my line mate, actually, our first game, I remember we were playing Brewster Academy at like a neutral site before Thanksgiving, and my line mate just running his beak, just absolutely just chirping the kid, and we get back on the bench and our coach just chews him out, like none of that, like, so we didn't really chirp, but yeah, it was mostly business. We'd joke around in the locker room and that sort of thing, but it was, when you were at the rink, it was kind of like time to lock in, you know?
Mm-hmm. You got to lock in, like you got colleges looking at you.
Yeah.
You never know. Prep school was unreal for you, or?
Yeah, it was a good time, a little bit of an adjustment, being a border student there. Yeah. But it was fun, made a lot of good friends. You know, just the memories you make at prep school, like you'll never forget. So, yeah.
Nice, dude. So what's the future for you?
Yeah, just as I said earlier, just gonna go to school, play club, hopefully, that sort of thing.
Yeah. And, you know, we're having a great weekend here.
They're buzzing.
Me and the boys at the Sagamore Golf Course Resort. Oh. It's unreal. Shout out Mitchell Varley. Yeah, we're having a great time. Just ripping cellies. Yeah. And so what's your go-to celly? if you're scoring a goal, it's like it's a 2-2 game, third period, and you get that goal. What are you doing?
No, I usually just give it a little, like, come on, like, need a chest, fucking arms down, you know, just getting hype. Sometimes I'll get on a knee, maybe a little discount double check action. You know how it be.
Yeah, buddy. And are you jumping into the glass?
Oh,
or
yeah.
what?
Got to jump in the glass, especially when there's a stew, you know. Got people coming out to watch you, you know. You got to get them involved, you know.
And so we'll ask you a couple more questions here, and we'll let you go, Marty. But what's the best celly you've ever seen?
No, I usually just give it a little, like, come on, like, need a chest, fucking arms down, you know, just getting hype. Sometimes I'll get on a knee, maybe a little discount double check action. You know how it be.
Yeah, buddy. And are you jumping into the glass?
Oh,
or
yeah.
what?
Got to jump in the glass, especially when there's a stew, you know. Got people coming out to watch you, you know. You got to get them involved, you know.
And so we'll ask you a couple more questions here, and we'll let you go, Marty. But what's the best celly you've ever seen? You got to run us down, whether it was a teammate or whatever. What's the best celly, the best goal that you've seen at prep school hockey?
Yeah, pretty good celly I've seen. A lot of the boys like to laugh at it and chirp this guy, but my buddy Jack Turowski. We're playing Winchendon. They were playing us hard. They were hitting, running around. We actually at the beginning of the game, we came in and we got on the ice and all the lights were off. And they were trying to be like superstars, rock stars, I guess. They had all the lights off. We all come in, we're skating around in the dark and like running into right into the pipes and shit. Like couldn't see anything. And yeah, so my boy goes, scores, make it a 3-2 game, hits the fucking scorpion, you know. Wouldn't mess with a scorpion, man. Hey.
The Scorp.
Oh, yeah.
That's unreal. So, top 3 cellies, what are they?
Probably have to go at 3. Scorpion, yeah, sure. Maybe a little violin action in there, number 2. And, you know, I'm just a classic. Just, come on, just get down and dirty. Let everyone know you're there, you know?
Yeah.
That sort of thing.
Kind of like this. I feel like this is a new wave of celly.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Knee to chest.
That's the way to do it.
Maybe get down on one knee.
Yeah.
What about like the you grabbing some ice, like?
Yeah, I've never really been a big grabbing the ice guy, but
Yeah.
I usually just keep it simple. You've
man.
been there before.
Yeah. And all right, man. Well, thanks for having you on here.
Beauty.
Unreal, man.
Sir.
Marty Party, episode 9. We're gonna have a huge guest episode for number 10. We're gonna put some hype behind it and get her going for episode 10. Who do you think it's gonna be? Could it be like a beer league beauty?
Hopefully.
Or could it be like a guy in the NHL? What do you think?
Hopefully he's a beauty, man. That's all that really matters, man.
Any guy that plays hockey or beauty, except for Marshy.